Now, the fact that women fought for equality. Now, I understand some of the reasons why women fought for what they refer to as equality, right? There was a time where women couldn't work, and if you wasn't being taken care of by a man, then you was basically messed up. You know what I'm saying? So if you wasn't being taken care of by your father, then you had to be taken care of by a husband. And if both of those men died, then you couldn't pay your bills, you couldn't feed your children, stuff like that, right? So yeah, I fought for equality so that you could go to work. I understand that, so that you could actually take care of yourself and not have to depend on a man to take care of you. I understand that, because those were some bad situations. There have been plenty of situations in the past where a woman is sleeping with men just so he can take care of her, where if she would have been allowed to work, she could have just took care of herself, right? I understand that. And to be quite honest with you, in modern times, it's most likely that both people need to work anyway. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I understand that. But the other stuff that came along with y'all fighting for, which you believe is equality, does not make any sense.
Yeah, like demeaning the men.
Well, first of all, Isis, let me cut you off for a second. Women believe that a marriage is a team, right? But their conception or their understanding or comprehension of team is actually screwed, because a team does not mean equal or equality. A team has a coach, it has a captain, then it has players. So there's a chain of authority, there's a chain of command in a team. Okay? And when women say, well, me and my husband is a team, and then somebody else asks, well, who's the leader of the team? They say, what are you talking about? Like, we're a team. No, teams have leaders. Mm-hmm. Okay? Everything actually in life has a leader to it. Even if you're in a partnership with somebody, like, so if you're saying as a man and a woman being married that you have equality in your home, that means you have a partnership. That does not mean that you have a team. Okay? Teams have a line of authority. Like I said, they have a chain of command. Even partnerships have a chain of command. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Most partnerships is because one person knows how to do something and the other person knows how to do something else, and they bring those two things together to accomplish something. And they also have people under them who they direct and delegate to and stuff like that. So, and even in partnerships are not completely 50-50 either. I've never seen a partnership that's completely 50-50. They're usually about 60-40, 70-30, somewhere along those lines. But I've never actually seen a complete split down the line 50-50 partnership with anything that I've experienced in all the time that I've been on this planet. So a lot of people are just delusional about what marriage is, what teams are, partnerships are, and stuff like that. If you have a bunch of people who have a say-so in a decision, it could take a long time just to make that decision, simply because there are individual minds who have their own ideas, perceptions, opinions, and they're gonna want to put that into the decision. And everybody thinks differently, which is why companies, teams, government, all of these things, they actually have one person at the head, and then they have other people who do other things. Like, for instance, in this country, we have a president. Now, the president doesn't just get to do what he wants. He is the president, but there are people under him who get to decide things, but they vote on things. They vote on whether something should be pushed or not pushed, right? But ultimately, when the decision making comes, the president makes a decision. It's not Congress who makes a decision. It's just the president, himself, right? And in the marriage, it's the same way. When ISIS thought that we should both have a say-so in everything that we do, all we did was argue.
A lot.
And fight. And what did I say about that earlier? Like, if a woman gets in my face and acts masculine, I'm going to treat her masculine. Okay? I am not some guy who acts tough around men, but then lets a woman punk me like I'm a female. Not happening. All right? So these are the problems with marriage. And, you know, for you ladies,
Say something before you go.
yeah, go ahead.
So pretty much, because I wanted my husband to say it, but I'm gonna say it. In this household, my husband is the king. If you guys watch movies where there's a king, everybody knows the role of the king. The queen does not tell the king what to do, right? The queen has her role to follow the rules of the king. So, and this is not something that I'm making up. Watch a bunch of shows where they have kings. The kings are in charge of everybody. What the king says is what goes.
Is what goes.
And honestly, what you guys were taught was a lie. This modern thing does not work. So my husband being the king and me being the queen and me knowing my place in this relationship, I mean, this is the best parts of our relationship. Me playing my role and knowing that I'm a woman and I love being a woman. I love being feminine. I want to do nothing with masculine. I know I have both masculine and feminine in me, but I love being a woman. I love the way that God created me. And me being in my place, I'm telling you, I have a really we're happy. My husband mentioned, my husband is my best friend. We talk to each other and about anything. My husband talks to me about anything. I'm like, wow, that is my friend, my best friend. So it's beautiful. Yeah. And another thing, women have to own up to what they were doing wrong, so that you can be in the direction to do the right thing.
Yep.
You have to hold yourself accountable. What I meant to say is hold yourself accountable for your actions. I know I was wrong, and when I came into this relationship with my husband, we had a beautiful thing. And then I just started bugging out and acting crazy. I was literally acting like a man sometimes. And I know a lot of people that are going to watch this that know me, like, oh, she lands so sweet. But this is a relationship that I have with my king. He knows
She's
me.
not as sweet as you think she is. She's not as sweet as you think she is.
I mean, but this is a relationship I have with my husband. And that's what I was doing in the beginning of my relationship. I was pretty much messing up my relationship. And I have to say that I'm a lucky woman that my husband didn't leave, and he saw something sweet in me and decided to stay and help me get out of this.
Not help.
Because that would be like, I'm not like that.
Not help. I guided her
Guided
to change.
me. Yes.
Yeah, because helping would just mean I made it easier for you to keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, so he guided.
The change was not some easy feat, and she needed guidance to do it.
So he guided me to make the right choices for myself. And the way, well, okay, he guided me, and I had to pay attention to what I was doing. Have understanding of what I was doing, why I was doing it, so that I won't do it again. And yes, you have to say, okay, I was doing this. A, B, and C don't work for me. I no longer want to do that crap. I'm going to do D, E, and F because this is what works. And me knowing my place in the relationship, and also knowing that I'm a female, I'm the negative energy. It doesn't mean that you're evil. We can get evil if it's not controlled. Knowing about yourself. Female energy, I can get emotional and bug out, but since I know that, I can control it. Always come back to center. And pretty much playing your role in the household. Like my husband's the king, I'm the queen, and the kids are the soldiers. And they have their role to play as well. So this is how we keep a happy family. We're at peace with each other. We don't argue, we don't fight, we don't do all that crap. We can just have a communication. If we don't agree upon something, we talk about it.
We've been talking for 50 minutes already? That's really interesting.
Yes. What else you was going to say? Because you were about to say something before I cut you off.
Yeah, well, I actually forgot about what I was going to say. But let me elaborate what we mean by women are negative energy and men are positive energy. Positive energy is order. Negative energy is chaos. Women are chaotic, men are orderly. That is the difference. Now, chaos has its place, but it can be destructive if not kept under the order of positive energy. Now, scientifically, if you look at a car battery or anything that's electrical, right? They have a negative and a positive charge in anything that's electrical. If it was just a negative charge in something, you wouldn't be able to control what that electricity does or what that power does. It is the positive charge that controls the chaotic charge, so that you can actually turn your light on or turn your car on and stuff like that. And it has to be so in life between women and men. A woman you must control this chaotic energy, okay? And if a woman is not taught to be taught in a certain way from birth, her chaotic energy will just spiral out of control. You know, and that's the problem with society today, the modernism of society today. Women are not being taught anything. They're just being taught that whatever they do is okay.
And that's not cool.
And here's where I'm going to get into these other things. So all you baby mamas, I'm going to get a little closer into the camera. All you baby mamas, you know, the reason why you're a baby mama is because you're a thought. I don't care if you don't like what I said. You're a baby mama because you're a thought. First of all, a woman is not supposed to be sleeping with multiple men. The same thing that I was talking about with a used car, you become like a used car. Men do not have that issue. Actually, a man could sleep with millions of women and not be a used car, because we don't have genitalia that is on the inside of our body. Our genitalia is on the outside of our body. Secondly, for you young girls who think you know it all, you know what I'm saying? When you reach 30 and 40 and you have 4 children, there's not gonna be a man who wants to be with you like you. And here's I find it really hilarious when I hear young girls talking, you know, like let's take for instance Laura Harvey. She's, you know, she just broke up with Michael B. Jordan, or they broke out. I don't know the specific situation with that, but I'm watching an interview with Laura Harvey, and she's talking about how she wants to live her best life and she just wants to be free and she doesn't want to settle down right now. Basically, she's saying she's enjoying being a thought. Mm-hmm. She's enjoying hopping from one pipe to the next. Women are not supposed to do that. Now, there are scientific studies that say that the more a woman sleeps with, the more men that women sleep with, the harder it becomes for them to actually commit to one man. Now, the reason for that is, and this goes back to the whole negative and positive energy thing, right? So negative energy is a receiver. Positive energy are givers. And men are positive energy, which is where we have the pipe, and we give it to women, and women have a vagina and they take it from men. You understand? Now, women are also like black holes. You know, if you understand the scientifics behind a black hole just sucks everything in and never lets it go. So every time a woman sleeps with a man, she is sucking everything in from that man and she doesn't let it go. It stays there, right? So, basically, the more men a woman sleeps with, the more personality she has rattling around in her body, and those personalities can hop out at any given time. Different personalities can just sporadically hop out at different times, which is why a woman is actually and traditionally supposed to only sleep with one man her whole entire life.
Unless he dies and she remarries.
Exactly. The only exception to that is if her man dies, then she can move on. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean by poisoning him or killing him or something like that. It just means
natural.
It means natural, okay? And this whole modern thing where women think that they should be able to sleep with as many guys as they want and then give their used vagina to somebody that they think they want to settle down with, and that at that time you are a gift to your husband. Well, I've never received the gift that's been used by other people. And women are a gift to men. And I've never received the gift. Like if somebody hands me a gift that's been used, I'm going to hand it right back to them and tell them I don't want it. I'm going to let you know that right now. You know what I'm saying? My wife personally was not a virgin when I met her, but she didn't sleep
Shame on me.
with a bunch of people.
Okay.
When it just doesn't make a man feel like you're his or that you belong to him because you've already shared yourself with other people. You know what I'm saying? And again, for all you women who are going to say something ridiculous like, yeah, but you, no, it's not the same for man and woman.
It's not the same.
Okay? This thing then down here does not get used up at all. It can never get used up because it gives, it doesn't receive. Y'all receive, you can be used up. That vagina can become used and like a tarnished car, like an old broken down car. That's what do you call those cars that don't even turn on anymore? A melon. You become like a melon. You know what I'm saying? And so you're not supposed to be sleeping around with men. You're not fit to be a mother if you're doing that. You're not fit to be a wife if you're doing that. I mean, I have 3 daughters. I do not teach my daughters that it is okay for them to go out and do these. And as a matter of fact, I have a 15. My eldest daughter is 15. And she doesn't even get to go out by herself. I do not let her just roam around in the streets. She's not coming back here with a belly and a kid in it because I let her run around and all of that stuff. That's not what we teach our children. Our children get parental guidance all the time. All the time.